G'day, Heath here from pickinglessons.com. Old Grimes. This is a fantastic tune. It's fast becoming one of my new favourites. We're in the key of D. It's got two parts. In a moment, we're going to take a look at part A here in this video. But if you head to pickinglessons.com, you can grab yourself a copy of this arrangement. The tablets are there. In the member section also, we'll break down the lesson for part B, and you'll have a play along and backing tracks there also. Okay, so part A here. We are in the key of D. It uses a nice mixture of the major diatonic and pentatonic scales, all found in this open position here. So it moves along quite nicely. We've got a couple of little slurs in there as well. Nice little hammer-on pull-off triplet in there later on as well. So it's just a lovely tune that has a really great momentum to it. So let's just check it out. Firstly, our opening phrase there. So from that kick-off, the pickup notes there, we're going to find those on beat 4. We're going to count it in quarter notes at the moment. So 2, 3, 4, 1 to our first beat in the first measure. From there, we have this nice back and forth to get us up to the first beat of measure 2. Fingering wise, it's all pretty standard, picking right hand, following those eighth notes down, up, down on the quarter note. So just from that pickup note again, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, measure 2. And we'll just prop there for a moment on beat 3. So in measure 2, kicking it off from the F sharp position. Okay. Let's go back and just pop together this whole opening phrase. So 3, 4, 1. Notice the right hand's just move it along following those eighth notes. We had that quarter note there on beat 3, so picking it up from beat 4 in measure 2. We'll finish there at the end of measure 3 for the time being. So those pickup notes there, the D, the C sharp, into the B. Back up the scale. Now from there we'll run down through the B minor, passing note, the F sharp, so it's almost a B minor arpeggio at that point there. Passing note A. Let's just pick it up from that 5th fret D again, end of measure 2, 3, 4, 1. And this is a continuation now, measure 4. And again, we're kind of moving into this pentatonic region of the pentatonic scale. So we have the, over the G chord, that little hammer onto the F sharp. And then down the A chord, second half of this measure, running down that pentatonic. Okay, so let's play our first 4 measures with that pickup, then we'll have a look at the second half of this section. So from the pickup notes, beat 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, measure 5. So measure 5, there's a little repeat here like in the beginning. When we hit measure 7, so measure 7 is where it differs. Measure 7 there, unlike in measure 3, it's almost an identical bar, but unlike in measure 3 where we're playing over the B minor, at this point in the chord progression we've got a G, and we're going to use that G in the melodies. So as we run down second half of measure 7, it turns into pretty much a G arpeggio with the passing A note in there. So the G. So measure 7, 3, 4, 1. Now, measure 8 before we hit the repeat. So the triplet hammer-on pull-off in there. So starting off over the A chord, that second fret there, the E, from the E to the D, then back to the E, and we're going to hammer-on pull-off that F sharp. So from the second fret to the 4th fret. Make sure you got a nice strong flick in the pull-off to really pluck that string. So hammer, pull-off. 3 notes in 1 beat. To the open string on beat 3. So from beat 1, ready, and and our pickup notes there will get us back to begin over again. So part A is going to be played twice. Now it's a great tune. It's not overly hard to play, but that's cool. It doesn't matter. It's a nice intermediate tune. It's a really lovely melody, and again, I mentioned earlier, it is certainly becoming one of my favorites. It's just got a great movement, and the chord progression is really cool, and in the B part the melody moves up higher, and it's just really lovely. So get to know this A section. We might just finish off with a quick little play through these 8 measures. 1, 2, 3. And around again, we'll play through that twice. Now we're filling that in quarter notes, 4 beats of the measure. When you get the tempo up, like all these trad tunes in this bluegrass style, you're gonna wanna feel them in cut time. So a little bit quicker, filling every 2 beats. And so on. So when we get up to tempo a little bit more, we certainly want to feel those 2 beats per measure. Now, if you head to pickinglessons.com, we will continue this lesson and we'll break down part B. Part B is great. We'll check out what's going on there. We certainly move higher up the neck on that first string as well. So we've got a bit more of a challenge technique-wise, but again, this tune is not overly hard. It's just a great tune and a great intermediate level tune. So pickinglessons.com, we'll break it down in the member section there, part B. You'll also have your play along and backing tracks, but you can also just grab the tablature. So pickinglessons.com, I'll see you there.